Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. It's James Lewis of this Dreamhouse, the show that is all about the house. Our guest today is Scott Gollnick from OT Sports. We're going to be discussing the best jerseys in the industry. We're going to discuss how you can get jerseys for everything from your kids' team all the way up to a professional team and everything in between. Scott, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
So what is OT Sports?
We are a manufacturing company out of Burlington, North Carolina, that is one of the few that still actually manufactures completely in-house custom uniforms, as you said, for youth organizations all the way up to professional teams.
That is so awesome. So they're made in the United States?
They are, yes. They're made in our factory located in Burlington. Everything from cut and sew to sublimation to sewing to embellishment is all done in our factory here.
Awesome. And I understand you have a great design team. So if our listeners don't know exactly what they want, but they got an ideal, they can work with them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We have several custom designers here in-house that take concepts and put them into reality. First, on paper, through artboards, and then walk you through the process to get everything ready to have your own custom uniforms made. And a lot of people have taken business outside of the United States and it's tried to go overseas or penny pinch and try to cut corners. And at the end of the day, we're U.S. You can talk to somebody. We all speak English, and it makes the experience much more pleasant.
Exactly. Yeah, because I've worked with some of the companies, and like you said, when they take it overseas, they have so many issues. The things get done wrong, because the communication gap. It's just a big hassle and a big headache, where it's so nice to be able to deal with a company like yours that's right here in the United States.
Yeah, no, that's kind of our what we're known for, and what our reputation has been over the last almost 30 years of being in business and supplying the industry.
So how did it get started?
So it was more of a hobby than anything else. I was over in Czechoslovakia, which it was at the time, back in the early 90s. I did some studying over there, some missionary work, and did some schooling at Charles University, and had some jobs. I played baseball over there as well, so had a lot of things going on, and had a need. Went to a professional hockey game. Was excited about the atmosphere. I mean, there were 5,000 people there. They were all screaming for their home team, and their home team won in a shootout. So of course, you're impulse buying, or you're all excited. Probably a lot like Milwaukee fans this morning, but the idea was, hey, I want to buy something. I want to grab something to take back to the States with me, something that nobody else has, something unique. And I was asking some friends that I was there with, hey, where can I buy some T-shirts or jerseys? And they looked at me like I was, crazy. And so what happened is I kind of went home that night and thought about, wow, there's a lot of fans here and nothing to purchase. So basically, long story shortening it is I took some of my own personal items, knocked on the door of one of the professional hockey and soccer teams in Prague, and asked them if we could have a license to sell their product. And they were shocked in the fact that we would pay them a royalty to help market their brand. And before you knew it, we were working, with all of the hockey, soccer teams, breweries, and everything in not only the Czech and Slovak republics, but then also in Austria, in Switzerland, Germany, and so forth. And we are one of the first to bring the sublimation technology, which is the printing, dyeing of the fabric that makes up the garment itself, to the United States in pro sports. And we did that back in the early 90s, and now today most teams, both professional and youth, have gone that direction 30 years later. So it's been a hike and a journey, and a lot of fun.
Sounds amazing. Like you said, I mean, one heck of a journey that over time, and just having that great experience to be able to help our listeners with their jersey issues. What are the benefits of using sublimation to create jerseys?
It's the design freedom. So, when you're screen printing or you're using a stock garment, it's twofold. One, with sublimation, you can get any sort of logos without color limitations, without design limitations, just to a degree. But it takes the number of colors out of play from a costing standpoint. It takes a lot of the design limitations out of play, and it allows somebody who, rather than buy something stock off the shelf and try to screen print all the different logos on it, at the end of the day, that cost is going to be the same, if not more, than sublimation, where all of those individual numbers and logos and sponsors and colors are dyed right into the garment. So, what teams are forgetting is, hey, I can buy a blank garment for X, but then I have to do Y and Z to it, which is going to make it about the same cost as if you just did sublimation from the get-go. And that, you combine that with your ability to have unlimited design, colors, match any colors. To me, that's the reason why there's been such a shift into sublimation for team uniforms.
Definitely. It sounds like it's way more versatile. Well, my staff and I love wearing custom-made OT sports jerseys, whether it be in the summer, our baseball jerseys, in the fall, our hockey jerseys. We have ones that kind of look like the Cyclones. I mean, OT Sports makes the most durable, comfortable, fun jerseys available today. Actually, my favorite thing to wear is my OT Sports jersey. But yeah, I mean, it really does. It makes such a difference, and they're nice and light. They don't make you sweat a bunch. I mean, it is just such great quality. So, what sports do you make jerseys for?
I mean, pretty much most sports that you would find, let's say, club sports at universities, youth travel programs, little league programs. We, at the professional level, we supply jerseys to the NBA G League, to the United Soccer League, to affiliated minor league baseball from AAA down, independent baseball like the Atlantic League, Pioneer League, and so forth, Frontier League, Northwoods Leagues. So for baseball from all over the country and at those levels all the way down. Lacrosse is pretty big. We've done work for the MLL, PLL, and so forth. We also do wrestling, anything that you would basically find at an institutional level. And in most cases, we have relationships that go through the collegiate and semi-pro levels as well in those sports.
Nice. So, I mean, it sounds like just the diverse amount of options. So even if, our listeners don't play the traditional sport, they don't just, do the football or the baseball or the basketball, wrestling, you said, lacrosse, I mean, soccer, I mean, all kinds of great options.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless it's equestrian, we should have it for you. So, most of your what we would call Olympic sports, in addition to your traditional sports, we cater to, and we have reasonable minimums, usually 12 to 15 and up for team orders, and again, we're made in the USA. We have the ability to work directly with teams, so it keeps the communication, to a minimum and direct, and allows us to give the customer the best experience in a custom uniform, because it can be frustrating at times if somebody's not walking that person through the process.
Definitely. And then the other great people that you work with is licensing partnerships. I understand that you work with some of the best brands out there when it comes to pop culture.
Yeah, we are fortunate enough. We've been doing specialty theme nights, which I'm sure your listeners have seen throughout minor league baseball and hockey and so forth, with breast cancer awareness nights or autism nights and Christmas in July, or holiday themes and charity themes. But what we've done to kind of get an edge over others that are in our industry is we've aligned ourselves with some of the most popular pop culture brands, like you said, like Marvel, Nickelodeon, Star Wars, the Viacom umbrella, which encompasses Paramount and Peanuts, Margaritaville. So, teams are able to kind of have theme nights that they might want to do at the professional or semi-pro collegiate level, but also we have some fun youth programs where teams can be Marvelized. So rather than having a youth soccer league try to find names and find colors and find all of those things, then they can now be superheroes. So you could have Team Hulk play Team Spider-Man, playing Team Captain America, and kind of taking an approach that way. So, that's a fun idea, and that has just been launched right prior in March of 2020, so right when COVID hit. So we're kind of relaunching it here now that kind of things are moving forward back to what we consider normal. And so teams are able to do some fun stuff with us.
That is so cool. I can imagine players of all ages, not just the kids, but even the professional players, love being able to wear their favorite iconic jerseys like that. Now,
Oh yeah, beer league hockey, and adult soccer, men's leagues, things like that. Yeah, absolutely. We get it from all age groups.
So, what other team apparel do you make?
We actually have an entire line. So we just recently launched for pro baseball and apparel line, from cotton and tri-blend tees to hoodies to quarter zips, polos, tracksuits. So we have an entire apparel line. So not only can you work with us in designing, creating, and manufacturing a custom uniform, but we have an apparel line that goes along with it, both a stock line as well as a sublimated line. So we could create a sublimated hoodie for your organization. And again, it's not even limited to sports. We have a lot of corporate accounts that use us for, either a corporate team or just for staff, employees, outings, things like that, events. So we can cater to really any need.
Yeah, I mean, that is just so remarkable that, like you said, with your customization, with the sublimation, that you're able to just design pretty much or almost limitless. So, like, if you do have a company, they can, just give kind of like swag or promotional items to their own employees to build build confidence and brand awareness. I mean, that is so cool.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and it's a lot of fun. We work nationally, and teams, organizations, companies can reach out to us, and we're happy to assist. And like I said, it's U.S. based, it's U.S. made, and not a lot of manufacturers like us remaining. And what makes us different is we can turn in 4 to 5 weeks. We get artwork back in 24 to 48 hours. So we really tried to emphasize the service aspect.
Nice. So our listeners that are interested in getting custom-made jerseys for their teams and their employees, how do they get a hold of you?
Best thing to do is just to visit our website, which is otsports.com. There we have links to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter accounts. We have things broken down by sports, apparel, and they can go through there and see some of the designs that we've done, products we've done for our professional teams. And there's a contact us link there that if they reach out to us, we'll have someone get right back to them.
One of the things that I thought was really cool is that there's somewhere on there where you can connect to bid on jerseys from the pros. Is that still a thing?
So there's an auction platform, so that if a lot of our pro teams who do these specialty team nights, like we talked about, are selling after their game, the player-worn jerseys, we link a lot of that stuff as well to the site. So if any teams out there are trying to fundraise or get auctions, that we're a source for that as well.
That is awesome, Scott. It has been a pleasure having you on the show, talking up OT sports, letting our listeners know about all the great options that you have.
Yeah, I appreciate you having us on, and thanks again for everything, and have a great day.